So someone, it's funny, like someone DM me right yesterday and said, "Man, are you not gonna post a little Merry Christmas message or something for your few subscribers?" Because you need to build a close relationship with them. I was just like, man, all my subscribers know I'm broke, man. I'm broke, nigga. That's why I'm not in the first of season. Because I'm broke. And they know that. So, matter of fact, between the World Cup ending and the Premier League restarting, I've been watching this league table. Let me guys show you the Xmas Christmas League table. All right, we got the Christmas League table. Now, first position is the homie Chicken FC. Chicken been leading. Chicken played 3 games already. Chicken won 3 games, drew 0, lost 0, and Chicken is chilling at a cool 9 points. Look at that. And then on second place, we got Weed FC. Now, Weed's only played two games. Won one, drawn 1, and now the total points for Weed is what? 4, right? 4 points. Now, on third place, we got Alcohol FC. Alcohol FC has played 1 game. And won 1. Lost 0, drew 0. It's chilling on 3 points. So Alcohol got 2 games in hand. Now, on fourth place, we got Beef. Beef FC. Beef FC has played only 1 game, right? And Beef has done what? Beef hasn't won. Beef drew 1, and Beef lost 0. So Beef is chilling at a 1 point. Now, this is the Xmas League table. Take a good look at it. Everybody got a league table this Christmas. I want to know what your league table like. I want to know who's going to go through in the final, on the final match day. I want to know who's going to be sent home. You know what I'm saying? Because right now, Chicken tried to play Beef, and Beef ran. No. Chicken tried to play Beef, and Chicken was Chicken. So now Beef got Beef with Chicken. Oh man, this is the Christmas League table. This is how it's looking. How's yours looking? Share with me. Who's leading? Thank you for tuning in. I hope you had a Merry Christmas. I hope you have a lovely Boxing Day. Man, ooh, the Premier League is back. The Premier League is back. But today's show, we said we called it evaluations, right? We're gonna do some evaluations real quick in a second. Just give me a moment to just get organized and just say, oh, what an awesome time. You know what? If you are alone this Christmas period or festive season, just know that there's some people that have lots of company and they'd rather be alone. And then if on the other hand, if you have company, sometimes you just gotta appreciate it and you're like, oh, these guys suck. The conversations that I'm having suck. You just gotta appreciate it and say, you know what? life life is all about appreciating what you got. You know, you can you can lose a lot of time wishing for something else, wishing for this, when wanting for this to happen, when you should just be focusing on what you have and making the best of what you got. So on that note, I just want to say big shout out to you for tuning in. Don't forget to hit the like button. Don't forget to hit the subscribe button if you're new to these streets. The show was the Football Power Hour. Hold on, wait a minute. Let me just post something real quick right here. Make sure that the sound is sounding. You know, sometimes I don't do that. You see, like I nearly messed things up right there. But all right, let's get to it. You know, oh my goodness, yesterday, I don't know if you guys saw I don't know if you guys saw what the homie Pep Guardiola said about Calvin Phillips. I don't know if you guys saw what Pep Guardiola said about Calvin Phillips, but Pep, no, Calvin Phillips got a December dinner. Like, does Pep Guardiola know that? Come on, man, like for real, man. Does Pep know that Calvin Phillips has something called self-esteem? Anyway, before we get to that real quick, I just want to say, wrap up the Christmas conversation and just say, you know, dear Santa, you know, I've been so good this year. I've been so good. I just want you to just grant me just one wish, okay? One wish, Santa. Please replace Fred with Kudus. Santa, please replace McTominay with Amrabat or Unahi. Come on, Santa, please. Ronnie is gone. I need to just unbox Gakpo or João Felix, Santa. Come on, Santa. Is that too much to ask? I don't know. Come on. I feel like Santa, you know, I supported Eric Ten Hag over Pochettino, Santa. I supported Cristiano Ronaldo, when he had the first part of the interview out before Piers Morgan even released the second part of the interview, Santa. Come on. I've been a good boy this year. I deserve Cody Gakpo. I deserve João Felix. I deserve also maybe let's see. I deserve somebody to help Diogo Dalot. Come on. We can't overrun Diogo Dalot again. Ah, man, we can. You know how we used all his batteries? Big up to you, Solo. One love. I'm just trying to just process the thoughts and be like, yo, Santa, hear me out now. Don't forget to hit the like button. Don't forget to subscribe if you're new. Let's just go talk about how Calvin Phillips is supposed to pick himself up and move forward. Because like right now, Pep Guardiola is out here. He's one of my favorite managers. If you don't know, Pep Guardiola just a few days ago flat out just said, he was asked, why is Calvin Phillips not included in the squad? He said, Calvin Phillips is overweight. He didn't say Calvin Phillips is a little overweight. He didn't say Calvin Phillips just needs a few training sessions. He didn't say Calvin Phillips, some tonsillitis. We've heard all the excuses. Sancho once had tonsillitis. Why can't Calvin Phillips just, you know what I mean? But Pep Guardiola maybe is, I don't know. I just had to sit down with that and be like, oh, come on now, Pep. You're one of my favorite managers. But now, what about self-esteem now? You know, talking about appearance is a very tricky thing. When you say Calvin Phillips gotta hit up Rick Ross for that CrossFit program, you just making Calvin Phillips feel like, whoa, man. Do you know he's gonna have a Christmas dinner? Do you know he's gonna have a Boxing Day Christmas leftover dinner? How is he supposed to like Calvin Phillips is like trying to just say, yo, can you pass me the bowl? You'd be like, which one? The salad one? Or the you look like he's just gonna no man, come on, you putting people in weird positions now. No, Pep Guardiola. No. Fat shaming should be made illegal, man. No. The way I think like even if it's about sending a message to Calvin Phillips, I feel like that could be done privately and the message would still arrive. Right now he's opened up a can of worms that yesterday it was just too much to just see all the comments. And the thing about like commenting on somebody's appearance, I feel like fine, it's in life. I think when you're commenting about somebody else, it's okay to comment on things that they can change, right? So I guess in Calvin Phillips's case, he can change, like he can lose a couple of kilos, right? But it's just like a very, very tricky grounds when you're just now looking, opening up a conversation about image, about appearance, and when you know that there's other people on the other side of the fence that are anorexic. How are we supposed to just move forward when people that are influential like this can stir up conversations and make things trend that don't need to be trending? That's all. That's how I feel about it. But Pep Guardiola, one of my favorite managers ever. But that situation right there could have been handled a little bit better. It's like I'm just like right here wondering what's the cutoff point, man? Is it 75? And Calvin Phillips came at a 79 kilos. What was it that Pep Guardiola just had to be just like, I'm gonna go public with this info, and Pep gonna act like, he doesn't know that motherfucking gyro busting, man. Middle Eastern food on another level, man. You just ask Habibi to just fix you up that lamb gyro, man. The kafta kebab. Oof. I'm hungry already. Oh man. Did we say we could FC has a game in hand? Man, all right. Let's move on from the Calvin Phillips thing and just say, hopefully he doesn't, eat no apple crumb for Calvin Phillips, no oxtail, no chicken stew, no beef stew. Just like, focus on the things that put you back in, and we don't want you turning into another Danny Drinkwater 2.0, where Danny Drinkwater was at Chelsea and just said, I wasted the best years of my life. We don't want Calvin Phillips to say that. I wasted the best years of my life at Man City. Because the injuries have not been on his side. The other thing is, he needs to be right there helping Rodri out, Anyway, big up to you for tuning in. Don't forget to hit the like button. Don't forget to hit the subscribe button. If you're new to these streets, we are now doing the evaluation. We're not evaluating Calvin Phillips. We're not evaluating Pep. We are talking about this thing now where, like I spend a lot of time on this show, like after games, grading the players, saying this player was terrible, you get a D, that was horrible, you get a C, and now I feel like it's time for the evaluations to be written, man. It's the time for, when we have, just gonna sit down and be like, all right, the teacher parent conference is coming up. So how are these kids gonna come back to school and we don't say something to the parents? All right, so we're just gonna do some really, really, really quick evaluations, and I'm not gonna write them on the whiteboard like I usually do. I'm just gonna type some stuff up and think of some stuff up here, and feel free to chime in if you want to chime in. But you know what, I'm right here, and I'm going to write Tom Heaton. Let's start with Tom Heaton. Tom Heaton. Tom. If you ever had a teacher parent conference, please chime in. Look at this. Okay, so Tom Heaton. Tom is a great training partner for David De Gea. Hey, I'll be like, hello, Mr. and Mrs. Heaton. Pleasure to meet you guys. I just want to tell you that Tom is a great training partner for David De Gea. Tom brings a positive attitude to work. Tom is very cooperative. Tom is also when we're playing 11 versus 11 and we need we're short on people, Tom is one of the first people to volunteer. He comes through. So Tom is so reliable, and I look forward to having him for the second half of the semester. Thank you, Mrs. Heaton. Thank you, Mr. Heaton. All right. Now, let's talk to Dean Henderson's parents. Hello, Mr. Henderson. Hello, Mrs. Henderson. So, your your kid has the Ronaldo bug in him. You know, he talks a lot off the pitch when he needs to be doing his talking on the pitch. Dean is generally very distracted in class. Let's type that. Dean is generally distracted in class. Can do better. All right. Let's see how he does in the forest, right? All right. So next person is David De Gea. David De Gea. He is a great shot stopper, right? Right. Thank you, Mr. De Gea. Your son is a great shot stopper, and he went into the break with decent form, and I hope he comes back in better form, you know. And at home, he could benefit with some passing tutorials. If you can get him a tutor that can just specialize on his passing, David will do great. David might even stay longer, but we're not going to bring that up right now because we need to see how he performs in the rest for the second half of the semester, right? Thank you. Now, Aaron. Oh. Hello, Mr. Wan-Bissaka. Hello, Mrs. Wan-Bissaka. Who's the other one? Oh, Mrs. Wan-Bissaka. Oh, okay. Two mothers. That explains some things. All right. So, Aaron is a pleasure to have in the classroom. He's a joy, but he needs a crossing tutor. Aaron also spends a lot of time at the hairdresser when he should be spending his time on learning how to use the ball, learning how to receive the ball in tight spaces, learning how to dribble, and also learning how to cross to an intended target, not just crossing, not just striking the ball. Okay, Mr. Wan-Bissaka? Okay, Ms. Wan-Bissaka? Okay, Mrs. Wan-Bissaka? You guys look like you have a happy family, but I just have also one other thing though. Aaron, if Aaron is Christian, he needs to change his religion. If your household is Muslim, you need to change. I don't care what religion you are right now. You just need to change it, because right now, at this point, I don't even know if I don't even know what's going to save Aaron. Wan-Bissaka, you guys look like a joy in the household, but Aaron needs to just stay focused and get that crossing tutor. Hopefully, he did do something really nice in the Carabao Cup, that cross to Ericsson. So he's showing some signs, but We're going to need a lot more from Aaron. Thank you. I need to talk to Mr. and Mrs. Bayi. Ah, I've been looking forward to talking to you guys because Mr. Bayi, Eric is very erratic in class. Eric cannot concentrate. Eric cannot stay still. Eric is very, 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 very one of the chief noisemakers in the class. Eric also likes to take on responsibilities that he shouldn't be taking on. He wants to be the African hero at Carrington by calling out the English bias. Now, Eric, he also looks like Aaron and loves to talk with Aaron. That's why that pair, they're so distracted. But Eric needs to focus on being fit and being available and not talking to the media too much. He can actually improve. He's actually, in my opinion, he's one of the, if not the best. He's one of the best center backs we currently have at the Manchester United organization. But he's never available. So many sick notes. If I can show you the notes from the doctors, I don't know if you, Mr. Bayi, know about this, but Eric has so many sick notes. I don't know if he leaves the house and says he's going to Carrington, and then he takes a detour, goes to see his friends, and then goes to see his doctor friend and drops off a note. I don't know what's the routine, but something has to be done there. All right. Thank you so much for talking. I need to talk to the parents of Luke Shaw. Now, hey, Luke Shaw has been... Mr. Shaw, Mrs. Shaw, it's a pleasure to meet you guys. So let's see. Hey, I need to practice talking to the Shaws, right? Because the Shaws are a very, very tricky one, because I'm assuming Mrs. Shaw is going to be there. So, all right. Because he's been fat shamed before too. Just like Pep fat shaming people, you know. Mourinho fat shamed Luke Shaw. So he's a very sensitive guy. So we have to know. All right. That's what I'll say. Yeah. Luke is a joy to have in the class. He's a jolly character, actually. Even though he may not always look it. Okay? But if you have snacks at home lying around, take them snacks away. Because Luke he needs to feel threatened to succeed, you know? He needs to feel, so he can't have things that make him comfortable. So Luke needs to be threatened to succeed. So threaten him when he wakes up, threaten him when he goes to sleep. Thank you, Mrs. Shaw. Thank you, Mr. Shaw. All right, now, the parents of Maguire. Maguire. With Harry Maguire, I think you just have to sit down with him and uninstall all his social media apps. All of them. Uninstall TikTok, uninstall Twitter especially. And you'll see improvements at home. We'll see improvements right here at Carrington. But the other thing is, Harry Maguire needs to take a leadership course with Jordan Peterson, with Steve Harvey, or somebody. He just needs to know how to be a leader. Maybe he should actually hang out with Eric Bayi more. But anyway, now let's talk to the parents of Martinez. Now Martinez, excellent parents, excellent household, excellent upbringing. Congratulations on the World Cup. And please share some of the tips with Fred's family. If you're just tuning in, we're just doing teacher, parent, conference prep right now for all the kids we've been evaluating the last couple of months in this channel. We're just we're preparing for how to talk to the parents. So hit the like button, even if you don't. If you are one of them people in class that's very focused and that's never really nervous about the parent teacher day, this stream may not be for you. But if you are one of those, you may like some things here. You may be able to chime in and contribute something, please. All right, now we're practicing talking to Martinez's parents, right? And Martinez, we just congratulated the parents, and also just said, all right, Martinez also, he has to come back ready though. He has to come back ready. I hope that when the parents drop him off on match day tomorrow, right? He has to be ready for Nottingham Forest. He cannot be hungover. He cannot still be tipsy. And oh, big up to you. A a week with Pickford would do Maguire well. Thanks, face on me. You're right. We need to send Maguire on a retreat, uninstall social media apps, and take him on a leadership course and spend a week with Jordan Pickford. I think it'll do him good. No. Let's go to Martinez. Is like an excellent student, right? We can't really say anything. He just has to arrive in shape. Varane also. With Varane, I'd say this to Varane's parents. Sometimes Rafa shows more loyalty to his passport than his bank account, which makes me wonder, does his passport pay his rent, or it's his bank account that pays his rent? He needs to focus on the right priorities, because when he focuses, he applies himself. The way he applies himself for the blue shirt is so motivational and inspiring. Man, he's one of those excellent. Him and Martinez, beautiful students. All right, let's talk to the parents of Alex Telles. Merry Christmas to you, Kush. Merry Christmas to you, Oga. Yo, big up for y'all tuning in. If you just tuning in, we just practicing real quick the teacher parent conference. If you know what a teacher parent conference is, you might relate to some of this. We were just talking to the parents of Varane, and now we're talking to the parents of Alex Telles. All right, this is what I'd say to Alex Telles' parents when they drop him off. I'd be like, Alex Telles, here, let's write it down. Actually, Alex is a hard worker. He is. But he has difficulty staying consistent. or he has difficulty for. He has difficulty staying consistent. He perpetually fails to demonstrate his crossing abilities, his long-range shot capabilities in a red shirt. So, at home, I recommend that he practices wearing a red shirt. I recommend that Alex Telles also, maybe he drinks some more sangria out there in Sevilla. That might revitalize him. But exactly. Big up to you, Niall, for tuning in. Big up to you. So wait, Kush says Alex Telles needs to do 1,000 crosses. I'm right 1,000. 1,000. He needs to stay behind. Yeah, no. And also he needs to track back. Okay, you killed me with the 1,000 crosses stuff. Okay, now let's talk to Brandon Button's parents real quick. What do we write in Brandon's evaluation? Brandon frequently turns in incomplete work. Right? We need more parental guidance. He also goes to parties a lot, right? He had that video of him like drunk or some shit. So we'll just write more parental guidance. Guidance needed in exclamation marks needed. All right. What about Mengi? Very talkative in class, very distracted, needs to apply himself more. I don't have much to say about Mengi. He needs to apply himself more to show up on the first team. We can't evaluate a player that's not showing up. Not even on the bench, Mengi. All right, Twanzebi, very distracted. Instagram models. And TikTok thirst traps. How do you spell thirst? It doesn't matter because you guys are not seeing this anyway. Thirst traps. Let's imagine how we wrote thirst traps, right? All right, so Alvaro Fernandez. Who's that? Is that the guy at the back with the... No, I don't even know who that kid is. If we got a Fernandez in our team. What? Who printed this list? All right, we gonna need to verify that kid. We don't think United is suitable for Brexit. He's a comprehensive. My God. Stop it. Oh God. No, it's definitely, he's not suited. He has trouble fitting in. Brandon Williams has trouble fitting in. Like, how have you been around and we can't see you? Like, we're on the market for a fallback when you are collecting a paycheck as a fallback. Make that make sense, Brandon Williams. Okay, all right. We did make you Twanzebi. Fernandez, I don't know who that guy is. If you know who that guy is, because remember, I got questions of whoever printed this list. Now, Lindelof. All right, we're almost done with the defense real quick. Lindelof, very honest guy. Very honest guy. Shows responsibility and commitment. Shows responsibility and commitment when given the chance. Right? You're like, hello, Mr. Lindelof. Where's Mrs. Lindelof, first of all? She's Lindelof is out here because Mrs. Lindelof. I actually don't even know much about Lindelof's background, except that he's from that cold country out there, Zlatan's country, but Sweden, right? But Victor, he's falling behind in class. He can't keep up with the assignments. Victor is out here needing to pull his socks, right? I think but Victor shows good commitment and respect. He's actually he's an honest guy. He's an honest guy. That's what I feel like. That's what we'll say about Victor. He reminds me of Ralph. Let's go to Malasia. Lindelof needs to stop saying he has forgotten his PE kits and a tin bush. Yo, he's the time to forget the PE kit, actually. And attend more sessions. This is brilliant. Oh God. You're the best teaching assistant right now, Chris. I gotta tell you that. You're doing better than all the other 6 people. Well, how many 6 people tuned in right now? And they can't even contribute. Just say so. Oh my goodness. Okay, all right. So now we're done with the defense. No, we got Malasia. Malasia. Good morning, Mr. Malasia. Good morning, Mrs. Malasia. How do you like your new car? No. Tyrell is a joy. He's a pleasure to have in class, and he is actually excelling. He's going through the motions. That's just like everybody else, but he's had an excellent start to life at Carrington. Everybody loves him. The boy smiles in the cafeteria when he walks and he smiles. Everybody is happy. So we love the vibe that he brings to the class. And he's an example with his work ethic. He's an example to all the foreigners, all the people with work visas. They need to learn from Tyrell. So thank you. We're happy with his enthusiasm. He is committed to learning exactly. We stay committed. Well, nothing but commitment from Tyrell. Now let's move on to Fred. Now, the parents of Fred. We need to go back to that hospital where he was born. We need to check all the paperwork. We need to just do, if there's CCTV cameras, we need to check, is this the Brazilian Fred that you guys conceived? Or did the nurses pull a fast one on you guys? Like, he may be half Brazilian is all I suspect, but I gotta say he's got a great smile. He's got, you know, he apologizes every time he misses, which is a lot. So the brother needs a shooting tutor. He needs a tutor, somebody who goes sit down and just tell him, this is how you shoot a ball, Fred. This is how you strike a ball. Big up to you for tuning in. If you just tuned in, the show is a Football Power Hour. Hit the like button, hit the subscribe. We're just doing teacher parent conference evaluations for some of the players. So ride with this for a second. All right. So he needs to stop worrying. Fred needs to stop worrying about his hair, and learn how to shoot. That's all we're gonna say about Fred. All right, let's move on to McTominay. Now, McTominay, Scott needs to learn. Let's see. Wait. Let's see what the teaching assistant said. Let's see. He said, Fred, we think needs to be tested. And maybe please class. Hold on, let me read this again. Fred, we think needs to be tested for ADHD and maybe put in a special class for someone of his aptitude. Yo, brilliantly said. I just need to copy and paste that comment. Oh man, let's go to Scott. All right. Good morning, Mr. McTominay. Wow, what a name. And Mrs. McTominay. So, you know, Scott is not the brightest bulb in the room, but he loves the club. He loves Carrington. He loves the badge. He's got a good relationship with the cafeteria staff. He's got a good relationship with the training staff. Scott is a funny one because every player has a ceiling and a floor, right? Okay, you were not here for for the show earlier on, but this is the Christmas League table. This is how it's looking. You see? Yeah, we got this is the standings, and you know only the top two qualified to the knockout stages. So but Alcohol and Beef got 2 games in hand. Man, just watch the beginning of the show for that part. But anyway, I don't need to draw the ceiling and the floor. I was going to draw the ceiling and the floor. That's why I was grabbing this. But every player has a ceiling and a floor. And Fred and Scott, I just don't know if he's playing at window level or at floor level or at ceiling level. He's a funny one to judge. I think he might be like Brendan Williams. He might just need to go to, a school that's suitable for him, because here at Carrington Academy, Scott is not cutting it. But He's a great utility player. He's a great rotational player, and he's not the brightest bulb, as I said, but he does light up a room, you know. And let's see, yeah. Let's see what the TA says. All right, Scott has moments of good levels of skill, but those are fine. Yep. He's loved. He's truly loved amongst former students of United. But unfortunately, we don't think Scott has a future here. That is the honest truth, Mr. McTominay. Here's your refund. He actually, okay, we'll do this. He only has the next 6 months to prove that the moments of brilliance, as we have said, they're not too far and few in between. They need to come more frequently. So he started off benching Casemiro, which was that was just an enigma. I can't explain how, but he did, and he was decent for almost 80% of the games. He had 2 stinkers. And then, we had to bring Casemiro back and come back from dreaming. But we look forward to the rest of the season and seeing how he does, because Scott is a joy to have. And I said, his future is probably not here. And because we don't know where his ceiling is, we can't tell where the guy's window level is. We can't tell where his floor level is. He may be underground for all we know, But anyway, let's move on to the next player. The next player that we got on the list is Donny. Oh, wait. Hey, Olga, take this one. Mr. Van de Beek, Miss Van de Beek. Just keep walking. You'll meet on the left. You'll meet the TA, because Donny is very enthusiastic about life. Donny's very enthusiastic about football. Donny's very enthusiastic about Carrington culture, but he struggles to apply the basics when he has the opportunity. Now I am even more African when I think about this guy called Donny. My goodness, Donny Van de what? What was that? Like he got like 2 or 3 chances, right before the World Cup, and he was just stinker after stinker after stinker of a performance. But Donny, all I asked for Santa was for if, because imagine if Amrabat took Donny's contract, just Amrabat. That's all I'm asking. At this point, I'm even comfortable giving it to Rabiot, honestly. Like, he had like a few group games that were good. But anyway, I might just let you, of course, you'll talk to Donny's parents, because I just don't know what to say. Except that he's a very enthusiastic guy, and we want the best for him. And I don't even know where his ceiling is. And I don't even, just like Scott, you don't know. Bruno, good morning, Mr. Fernandez. Bruno is a serial complainer. Bruno needs to learn meditation. If you have a collection of classical music at home, please play some classical music for Bruno. I think he listens to too much punk rock, too much heavy metal, or something. There's something that's just not right. And that's how I feel about. Otherwise, he's an excellent guy. Great smile. He needs to put the camera down, though. He had that camera in preseason. He put the camera down, and then he picked up his performance a little bit, and he really picked it up in Qatar. Now he needs to bring that Qatar form into the second half of the season, and then stop playing that Boko Haram football, terrorist, get rid of the ball. I don't know, it's going to explode any moment type of football, So, but otherwise, great job, Mr. Fernandez. Great job, Mrs. Fernandez. You guys, you have a star in your hands, huh? All right, let's see what we got for Donny again. What can we say about Donny? Donny, It's just on the attendance level, right? He just loses when we just bring attendance into the pictures. It's like, come on, how can you succeed if you don't attend, Donny? Niall, Merry Christmas, mate. Merry Christmas to you, Niall. What can you say to Donny's parents? Now, Kush says, okay, Donny attendance level has been 5%. And when he attends class, he performs at subpar level. He's loved amongst fans, but that's it. Honestly, that's a very, very good evaluation right there. All right. And then Bruno is very talkative in class and sometimes a distraction, and most times a distraction. He has the potential, but we believe he has been led astray by Ronaldo, who we have expelled. You.
What's the process?
We excelled with that one, brother. Oh man. Yeah, no, but he has the potential. That's the main thing. All right. We're almost done. With the evaluations. My goodness. All right. So, the next person is Erickson. Oh, Erickson is gonna be easy. Erickson is a joy to have in the classroom. Erickson is a pleasure. He's a blessing. And he excels with it almost every chance that he's given, and he needs to avoid the chest bump celebrations. That's all I have to say about Erickson. That's my evaluation for you, Erickson. Otherwise, great professional. Chapeau. I'm glad y'all got knocked down early, so you got some time to rest. And yeah. So now when we go to the boy Elanga, hello, Mr. Elanga. See, Anthony needs a different personal trainer. He needs to also meditate. He needs to can he do something different with his hair? Pogba left some hair dye on the lockers there. Pick up one of the sprays and do something, because you need something to rejuvenate the boy, at home. I don't know, something needs to be done, because Anthony also, he's looking like Brendan Williams. We might need to go find a different school for him, Yeah, Elanga, that's just my assessment on Elanga. And I think he just needs to dye his hair or something. I never believe in dyeing hair, ever. But this is the first time I'll suggest something unorthodox and hope that it'll have positive results. But now, Erickson is a pleasure to have in class. He transformed the class with his presence. That's my assistant believes. He agrees with me. Erickson is we love the presence of Christian. He's the Christian among the heathens. Sometimes we like to joke. Now, Casemiro is a great model for himself and others. He should be captain. He needs to pass the TOEFL exam. The TOEFL test of English as a foreign language. If he can pass that, he can take the armband. But until he passes that test, he cannot reach the armband, but he is a professional's professional. There's like your rapper's favorite rapper. Yeah. Casemiro has proved them wrong. There were so many Liverpool legends that ran their mouth about this guy. We got the Dal one of the trio. The Cruz Modric trio. We got the Dal one of the triplets. We got the Dal one. You saw the World Cup? Where was Cruz? That you speak of. There we go. Exactly. So anyway, that's all to say that to the parents of Casemiro, you did amazing with Casemiro, and we love him. Now let me see what the okay. I have to tell the Elangas, the family of the Elangas, to take my teaching assistant evaluation with a grain of salt, because he's like me. He has his Xmas table, and I think his table Alcohol is leading. But anyway, all right. He says, Elanga's nickname in class is the Invincible Man. He doesn't talk. He doesn't play well with others. We think he may have autism. We think Elanga just has trouble integrating with everybody else. You know what? Elanga is a great joy, though. He's a great. He's got a great smile. He's a great dancer. We have the song. We love to sing the song. Rhythm is a dancer, Anthony Elanga, because you know, we love him anyway. Great job, great job. We just need to find him. I feel if he doesn't get his physicality right, he has to find a different school. Now we're wrapping up. Hannibal. Hannibal has a lot of aggression issues and but he is constantly improving. Can't wait to see how he progresses. Assessment. I think I did good on that one. Ahmad needs to stop being playful. He needs to focus during tactical talk, and he's a great addition to the team. Period. Hey, Ahmad's parents, they'll be like, we flew all the way from Africa for this short evaluation. Pelistri, Facundo is a good prospect for the future. He needs more game time, just like Mengi. He needs to work his way into the first team. You know, he needs to really do well. So now we're almost done. I think. We cannot do it. We cannot finish without giving the evaluation for. Let's start with Sancho. Now Sancho. Mr. Jadon Sancho, no, Mr. Jadon Sancho Jr. Senior. Here's the thing. Jadon Sancho needs to go to Amsterdam. He needs to visit a few coffee shops, 3 minimum, and he needs to just clear his mind and fix his mental health. He can build a stronger mentality and focus that he needs to thrive here, because he has shown glimpses of brilliance, but they are too far and few between. Now, what did Coach say about Ahmad? He said, Ahmad has shown leaps and bounds, been set to the bottom set class, and we're hopeful for the future. Yeah, leaps and bounds. He's been sent to the bottom set class, and we are hopeful for the future. Yeah, he's shown leaps. He's shown some strides. The man, you know, he's one of those who I just hope that Eric Ten Hag can actually maximize the young man's potential. Now, let's go to our second last, I think. Who is the second last person? Anthony. Oh, wow. First of all, to the parents of Anthony, great job. Great spinner. He has a great spin in him. The kid has a great spin in him, and he actually had a very great start to life at Carrington. And I just hope that spin is not symbolic of his career, and I hope it doesn't go in circles. That's all I'm just gonna say about Anthony. And please help the boy focus and never fake his injuries. If you just tuned in, I see more people coming in and going. That's so great. Hit the like button. Hit the subscribe button if you're not subscribed. The show is the Football Power Hour. We are almost done with the teacher-parent conference preparation. That is what we're talking about for the whole hour, ladies and gentlemen. We are out here evaluating these kids. We spend a lot of time on this channel giving the players at Manchester United grades, and now it's time for a little bit of a short written evaluation. So that leads us to Garnacho. Good morning, Mr. and Mrs. Garnacho. So Alejandro, just like Ahmad, his mate, you see Ahmad's parents over there. Yeah. Garnacho is a very, very good guy. I love Garnacho, but he needs a better tattoo artist. I can tell you that. He needs to also just stay focused. He does not need to follow the path of other players that played in similar positions as him. He just needs to focus on his career. And I think he's in a relationship. Let him stay in that relationship. In fact, invite the girl over. Have a very open and transparent relationship with Alejandro, because we love him and we have the same relationship with him. He needs to tie his shoelaces before the training sessions. He needs to arrive, and that whole CPT time, I'm Latino or I like the Africans, we come late thing is not gonna cut it. He had attitude problems of showing up a little bit late, so we cannot forget that. We need to make sure that for the second half of the semester, it does not happen again. And his shoelaces are tied. He comes dressed fully to training, because sometimes he comes half dressed. And we gotta wait for him because Alejandro gotta put on his shirt and Alejandro gotta put on his shin pads. Alejandro gotta tie his shoelaces. Sorry, that's not how I'll be talking to Alejandro's parents, but like, I'm a little pissed. So that's the energy that's going into the evaluation, because Alejandro freaking denied us moments of brilliance because because of some of those issues. I sprinkled a little bit of paprika in it, but like, anyway, the main thing is Alejandro is a great lad to have. And let's see what the teaching assistant said about, we believe Anthony forged your signature on his note and contemplated. He forged. We need to see your signature. Yes, Mr. Anthony and Mama Anthony, we need to see the signature. The man forged it. He said, Mama said, I need to go home early. Oh my goodness. I didn't know you were gonna be so brilliant, Coach. I gotta make sure when we do the end of term, you gotta be there, Coach, at the end of the season. But anyway, so let's see what TA says about Garnacho. Garnacho, oh my god, I have a feeling I'm gonna laugh at this. Okay, Garnacho has been smoking behind the bike shed with Bruno Ronaldo. He has great talent, but has potential to pick up bad habits with the crowd he hangs with. Exactly, what the crowd he's been seen with. Garnacho can easily be swayed by, not even going to call it peer pressure, goat pressure. Being in a senior team pressure, like when a team, you know what I'm saying? When Bruno is out here saying, we've been speaking Portuguese and Spanish out here. Okay, well, they speak Portuguese and he speaks Spanish, but close enough. Potato, man. Whatever, so Garnacho wants to hang with the big boys and be in the cool crew, and now he out there smoking that P.S. Morgan OG behind the shed. All right. The last one we have is good morning, good evening now, Mister. They all speak Spanish. You're right. Yeah, true. Bruno and Ronaldo all speak Spanish. But I was actually thinking, does Garnacho speak Portuguese? And I was like, they would probably actually switch more to Spanish to accommodate Garnacho, if in those type of situations. But also they can't really like gossip about Garnacho, because if you speak Spanish, you can almost sort of like decipher a lot of what a Portuguese person is talking about, and vice versa. But anyway, the parents of Marcus Rashford, I just want to say congratulations, Mr. and Mrs. Marcus. You have hid the MBE from the dining room, huh? Because the boy is performing well, the boy is focused, the boy he's just got a zen thing about him now. He's looking sharp. Hide that degree. Hide it. Stop showing it to all the guests. All in the guests, Mama Rashford was always showing. You see, Marcus has an MBE for feeding, when he should be focused on what? Collecting medals and trophies. So good job to the parents of Marcus and to Mama Marcus and Papa Marcus. Oh no, Mama Rashford and Papa Rashford. And actually now, that brings. I feel like last year Marcus was very distracted by extracurricular activities, and this year he's focused and he's fit. His back is not paining him, and I look forward to having him for the second half of the semester. Now, whose parents are those? Are those Phil Jones's parents? Question, go talk to them. I got nothing to say to Phil Jones' parents. Oh no, they coming with my real parents. Is that Jesse Lingard, brother? How is Jesse Lingard, brother, gonna come here when Jesse Lingard ain't even here no more? Because that's the guy that was very talkative, very distracting in the classroom. Should consider dancing as a career. That's the evaluation I have for Jesse Lingard. But anyway, let's talk to Phil Jones's parents real quick. Then. All right. Good evening, Mr. Jones. Good evening, Mrs. Jones. Mrs. Jones. That song comes into my head already. Oh man, all right. Good evening, Mrs. Jones. I'm gonna just look at Mr. Jones right now because I don't want to flirt with Mrs. Jones. You know what I'm saying? So Mrs. Jones, Mr. Jones, sorry, Mr. Jones. Phil is a pleasure to have in the dressing room. Phil is a great vibe. Phil helps the coaching staff. He helps other professional players get ready for the games. He like professional players who actually play on TV, So Phil really is very helpful with our weekly training sessions. He's got a great relationship with the cooks, Phil Jones. Also, he should be on a different contract, but I think he's got some relationships with the HR department and they kept him on a player contract. But I hear he's going to still be around even after Eric Ten Hag leaves. Phil Jones will still be here. So honestly, I'm just happy Phil Jones likes me. Thank you, Mr. Jones. Bye, Mrs. Jones. We got a thing going on. Oh man, Mrs. Jones at you. All right, let's see. Since we've had Marcus dietary plan from. This is the message to Rashford's parents. Since we have changed Marcus's dietary plan from fish and chips to bangu, gari, and jollof, his fitness levels have excelled and he has so much energy. We will continue to give Marcus the right diet. And we look forward to and yam plantain and egusi soup. Because Marcus seems like his original roots are from West Africa. Does anyone know you gotta just say, Mrs. Marcus, when the year Marcus was born, did you travel to West Africa on holiday without Mr. Marcus, or because Marcus is responding well to some new dietary supplements like egusi soup, some yam, plantains, and and he likes that pepper, the red pepper and the green pepper. So yeah, yeah. Just like Anthony's parents, for Martial's parents, we just gotta be like, Mr. Martial, Ms. Martial, just need to corroborate your signatures because we got too many doctor notes. Martial works well with others, but he needs to consider getting a different COVID booster. Like somehow, Martial, he's got too many doctor notes. Like more doctor notes than assists, more doctor notes than appearances, more doctor notes than anything. So, man, yo, this has been a real football power hour. Yo. Big up. Well, I think we're done with the evaluations now, Olga. This has been a pleasure. This has been a real pleasure. We're ready for the teacher parent conference. And I just want to say, yeah, if look at look at you were my favorite TA ever. I didn't even like imagine that you would make this so fun. So we gotta make sure you're there for the end of term evaluations, right? And we gotta give them the actual average grade at the end. But I think we're ready for the conversations now when the parents are dropping off the kids, you know. Yeah, hell yeah. I'll be on again a little later. I might actually do a watch along to Arsenal. So see you over there. And yeah, don't forget to hit the like button. Don't forget to hit the subscribe. Should I do Aston Villa, Liverpool, or Arsenal West Ham? I feel like Arsenal. We have to see the elephant falling from the tree. I don't know. Might be one of those. But the main thing is I appreciate Arsenal. Exactly. Let me highlight that. Yo, big